thanks to the Ellig Group for asking me to share my journey into the program and my experience with what was going on. It's interesting because I had initially reached out to Janice Ellig and her group several years before I actually entered this program, and I was researching and thinking about making a switch from being on nonprofit boards to for-profit boards. And so I happened to be headed to New York. I scheduled a meeting with Janice, sat down and chatted with her about um, a variety of different things that might be involved in corporate board participation. And one of the things that came through at the time was the employer I was with would pretty severely limit the pool of available companies for me. So when I left that employer at the beginning of the pandemic, I started doing some research, really trying to do some introspection and thinking through what I wanted that next phase of my career to look like. I'd been in my business for 35 years, and the Ellig Group naturally came to the forefront of my thoughts again. And the greatest part of all, so I reconnected with both Janice and one of the consultants from the group who alerted me to the fact that there was a new corporate board readiness program starting up, and it was perfect for me in terms of helping me think through what my next phase might look like. Would I put a portfolio career together? Would I work another full-time job? How I wanted to go through it. And it was excellent in terms of walking me through that process and really helping in the introspection phase that I had. So an aha moment for me was really that I couldn't necessarily do it all and all at the same time in terms of what I wanted to do. It really helped me think through when you the program itself helped me structure a board bio, which was different than the bio for what I fondly call a big girl job that I was looking for. And it helped me solidify the fact that I did want one more big day job first. And it also alerted me to the fact that it's tough to take the time and energy to commit to a board when you're trying to commit to a new place and a new leadership and a new full-time role as well. So the networking that I did working through the program was invaluable. There were lots of different coaching sessions. There were connections I picked up, people that I picked up, and lots of things that helped guide me on my way, both in that interim phase where I'm now securely landed at another big girl job where I'm very actively engaged. I'm still doing my nonprofit stuff and starting to think through on the sides about, okay, now my next phase, now that I've done this part of my career, my next phase will definitely include that entree into corporate boards, and I'll be able to make that transition armed with a lot of the different things that I learned from the corporate board readiness program. And really important things that come along the lines too, in terms of helping me think through the resume you put together for your day job is very different than the resume or the bio you put together for a board job. The way you represent your skill sets for a board is very different than the way you do for a day-to-day. And so having that differentiation, having a cohort of like-minded people to help me walk through those opportunities and those nuances was just invaluable. And it was a great program top to bottom. It helped me think through things like my public persona. I was already an active LinkedIn user, but being able to step that up and really tweak some of the factors that went on there. I had an active bio, but really being able to take it and hone in on some of the skill sets and the value that I got from the Ellig Group, helping me write that process and helping me with my online persona as well through some of the other services that they provide in terms of cleaning up and getting some active writing out there on the system that would show up in the right order on my Google search. So there were a lot of different advantages that really came to bear in the way that I was able to address this. And so my advice for anyone is to really lean into the process, stay open to the process, and approach it with a real sense of curiosity and delight, if you will, because it's a delightful group and it's a wonderful way to think through what the next stage of your career looks like.